Well, first and foremost, congratulations on Final Five. Seb, how's it?
It feels great. I entered today's game. I was like, oh, it's gonna be another org. The past few orgs I've been playing, I've been getting like a steady like first jury member, but now I'm in Final Five and I feel confident with the game I'm playing. So
Okay. Are, how do you feel the double eviction went? Did you have any impact in that? Did you talk to Lily as the HOH?
I had no impact in what happened, and it kind of upsets me. I've been talking all season about how I wanted to take Alex to the end, but at the end of the day, it's like it's a double eviction, and I just knew that it was either Jay or Alex. I knew both of them are very decent players in my opinion, but I think it's smarter to take Jay because Alex is closer to winning competition, and I don't want like Alex to be like, "Oh, Sebastian, you're the only person left that I would nominate if I had to do like a replacement nom or an initial nom, like as a pawn. Like I just don't want that happening. So I thought it was smart to just get Alex out now, and then I don't think Jay would take a shot at me if he wins HOH this week. But then again, like anything can happen in this game.
Are you going to be going hard for this HOH tonight?
Um, I've been contemplating because like on one hand, it's like I win this HOH and I'm good for this week. I make the Final Four. But on the other hand, it's like the Final Four HOH is very important because like I'm based on like the Big Brother like the way that Big Brother's like structured. Obviously, whoever wins that Final Four HOH automatically makes it to the Final Three, and I want to be the one to secure my spot. I don't want to be like one of the three people trying to win that veto.
Oh, so you're contemplating throwing this so you can be able to compete in the Final Four HOH?
Yeah,
Do you think you're anyone's like at target going into this Final Five round?
I think we're all really good with each other, but regarding a game, I think that the only person I'd be their initial nom is Ruthie or Jay because I feel really good with Lily and Timmy G, and I know that they wouldn't turn on each other. So I think I'd only be their replacement noms. In regards to initial noms, I think Ruthie wins, it's me and Jay. If Jay wins, it's me and Ruthie.
Okay. What do you think Timmy G would do if he won HOH?
Um, Probably definitely put up Jay. Um, and then I don't know because I feel good with Timmy G. Me and Timmy G and Lily, we've been talking the past 2 days, like about doing a final three and making sure that all three of us can make it to the end. Because, in my opinion, it would just be a cheap way. It'd be really cheap for us to knock each other out. Like, like I would love to take Jay or Ruthie to the end because I feel like I played a better game than them. But like very difficult. I have a final three with Lily and Timmy G, but I don't know how much they put to it, like word wise. I don't know if they just said it to say it or like if they actually genuinely believe it. I trust Lily 100% though, and I think if it did end up in Timmy G, that she would choose me over Timmy G.
Okay. So how long do you um you're not gonna go hard in this competition? Is that guaranteed or
I mean, I think I'm gonna. So if it's just who's competing tonight, it's me, Timmy G.
you, Ruthie, and Jay and Timmy G?
Okay,
There's just four of y'all.
okay. I think. I'm to well, if my predictions are correct, this will be an endurance comp, and so I think I will go as far as I can in order to make a deal to keep myself safe. Because I can win if I want to. Like endurance comps are usually my thing. Um, especially like the egg in a spoon. Like I think it's a little easier than like I don't know. I did an endurance comp in one of my games where like I had to hold these two soup cans out like this, and it was just so painful. Like my upper arms were hurting. If it's just a spoon and it's like I think I should be good. And I think I think I would either make it as far as I in order to make a deal, or just win the thing. But right now, I'm still on the fence on if I want to win or not.
So your ideal final two is like Jay or Ruthie at the moment, or like you're willing to go to the final two with Lily and be loyal to her?
I'm willing to go to final three with Lily and Timmy G. The question is, would they take me with them to final two? And because like Lily, I think she would take me to final two because I think that the jury likes me more than me, and I think Lily would definitely get their votes. If I had final say in that final three, I would take Timmy G to the end, just because I could play the card that Timmy G hasn't been playing as long, and Timmy G hasn't done much coming back in the game. Like, and but on the other hand, it's like if I take Jay and Ruthie to the end, then it's like a guaranteed shot that I win, in my opinion. Because I know Ruthie's very good socially. Ruthie's been on everyone's side. Ruthie hasn't done much to get blood on her hands. Ruthie just won 2 comps. She can use that to her advantage. But on the other hand, I've won 3, and each match 3 times. Jay hasn't done much. Like Timmy L said in his speech before he left, that Jay's just going to float to the end, and that's what I'm planning on doing.
Taking Jay to the end. Okay. Are you with the I'm gonna say that word. With the coming down to like the slim numbers now, do you look at the jury and think I have this person's vote for sure, and I don't have this person's vote for sure?
I think I for sure don't have Timmy L's vote. If what he said last night was true, then I think I might have Timmy L's vote. But I also think that Alex just went to jury, and Alex probably told Timmy L that I wanted it not to be a tie. So that might be a big old oof for my vote. But um, I think I for sure don't have Chips's vote unless I'm against Jay Ruthie. I might have Gizmo's vote. I don't know.
What about Liam? You think you have his?
Liam's in the air. I think all of Liam's like people that he was rooting for in the jury with him right now. So like,
And how about Brian? Do you think you have his potentially?
I mean, I don't. The same thing with Liam. It's like his 2 closest people that he probably was rooting for are in the jury right now. I didn't have anything to do with Brian leaving. So if it's me or Timmy G, he might give me the vote, or me and Lily give me the vote. But then again, Lily's just like so nice. Lily's probably has like talked to every person in that jury and didn't like screw them over on purpose. Like I feel like everything in the jury's eyes, everything Lily did was for the game, and I think that might come back to bite me. But again, I can't say for sure who I want in the final 3 until the final 4 starts up because let's say Timmy G gets knocked out this week, then it gives me a better chance of taking Ruthie and Jay to the end. If Ruthie gets knocked out this week, which I don't think so, if unless Jay wins, um, then I think I would have to go with Lily and Timmy G. It's just like I just have to think of the probability of how I would get to the end with a certain person.
Okay. That's valid. Are you gonna in these last couple evictions? Are you gonna focus on how to make sure they leave with a good taste in their mouth from you, or is that not on your priority list?
I mean, I tried that, but I told him if it was a tie, I would split it for him. And I think that would have been a good way for Timmy L to leave and see me still in a good light. But like, Alex just went into the jury house and they're gonna ask him what's up, and Alex is gonna tell him that I told him to vote for Timmy L so that it wouldn't be a tie. That might leave like distaste in Timmy L's mouth. I don't know. I really don't care because if the plan I'm going with is simple, which is take Jay or Ruthie to the end, then I think Ruthie has social over me, but I don't think that Ruthie has anything else over me.
Okay. I don't know if I have any more questions. We're getting down to numbers, so it's like being in the final five. It's like are you assuming very happy about it? Are you proud of your performance so far?
Yeah, this is like the most like gameplay I've done in a game, in my opinion. Like I'm usually like the person who like floats to seventh, or like I'll like make one game move that like ruins my whole game, and I'll get out like the first juror. But like I'm good with this. I think I've used my strategy to my ability. Usually I go with the more social, like I go for a more social gameplay. And then this game, it's like I was very heavy on relying on myself. And I think that's kind of where I switched it up. My only concern now is that, so I've said in the past few confessionals that I've been working with the shield method, which is basically making sure there's someone always bigger in front of you. My problem is that I think that I can't really have anyone in front of me because I'm starting to become the bigger person. So I started the shield method when I wasn't like HOH. I wasn't like showing my like that I can do well in comps. And I'm just hoping that people don't see me as a super threat. I hope that people see me as like, hey, like they hate me in the jury, that they could take me to the end.
Okay. So what on percentage wise, what percentage do you think you have of making it to the final two?
Final two. I think like probability wise, um, again, like the probability of anything happening changes on the fly. So like again, like Timmy G leaves, I have a pretty good probability of making it to the end. Lily leaves, I have a pretty low chance of taking it to the end because I think Timmy G is smart enough to not take me to the end because there's a chance that I could beat him at the end. Jay gets knocked out. I think there's a pretty decent chance of making me final two. But I think if Jay gets knocked out this round, then it all depends on who wins his final four HOH. Because Lily wins, she might take me and Ruthie, or make it. Whereas I can make the decision. But if Ruthie wins, I don't even know. Ruthie's such a wild card in my eyes. Like we don't talk much, and like I talked to her after she won the veto last night, and like she told me what she was doing, so I feel like there's a little bit of trust. But like out of everyone in the game, I have not talked to Ruthie half as much as I have with like Jay, who's like the second least person I've talked to. Hopefully this week I can like work with Ruthie and see like if I can like build that bond so that if there's a chance that she's breaking a tie at Final Four, that she would take that she wouldn't have picked me. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I have any other questions for this DR. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah. Tell the VL I love them. Who's in the VL? I keep forgetting.
There's Keaton. Let me go find the video. I know you know Keaton.
Yo, my special Sebastian shout out goes to my boy Keaton. Uh, I just like you. I love Keaton. You know, he's the homie. And I wish him luck on his next sequester thing, whenever that may be.
He does do a lot of sequesters.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I will stop recording. Thank you for doing the live DR, Seb.